Hey, what is poppin', everybody? What an interesting night yesterday was. Start off the day with a fantastic pick of the under on James Harden. Ends up going way under. I think he finished with like 16 points. I know a lot of people would take that over yesterday, so the books made a lot of money off James Harden's over yesterday when he didn't even come close on that one. And where do I even start with DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul, man? I mean, it took Ayton till like halfway or towards the end of the second quarter to even get one rebound. There was a point halfway through that second quarter where everybody that had touched the floor for the Suns had at least had two rebounds, and DeAndre Ayton had none. I mean, you can't make that up. And then Chris Paul had like 4 assists or something. Are you kidding me? Like, DeAndre Ayton and Chris Paul literally had like the worst nights of like this season. I can't ever remember a time where Chris Paul had 3 assists. Like, are you kidding me? And DeAndre Ayton had only he ended up finishing with 8 rebounds, but he had 1 rebound at the half. Like, are you kidding me? Like, they literally had like the worst game you could have possibly had for the lines that I chose. Because I chose DeAndre Ayton's points and rebounds like 3 times last week in the last series versus the Pelicans. He didn't hit him any times. And then yesterday he absolutely crushed it. He had 25 and 8, so he absolutely went over. I think his points and rebounds line was like 30.5. So the one time I didn't take his points and rebounds, he absolutely crushed it. So that's a tough one. So he went 1 and 2 yesterday, with our only hit being James Harden. But we'll get back into it today because my Milwaukee Bucks played. Let's get it. Real quick, if you guys are new to Underdog Fantasy, make sure that you there's a link down in the description I have that automatically takes you to the App Store where you can download Underdog Fantasy. Also throws in my Take My Shot code when you guys sign up for that. So when you make your first deposit, it helps me out big time, as well as it gives you a 100% deposit match up to $100. So if you throw in $20, for example, you'll get actually $40, and they'll give you another $20 free just to bet on for funsies, a little risk-free bets for fun. And so that is always nice as well to get those risk-free bets. Also helps me out, like I said, big time if you guys use my code TAKEMYSHOT. Because all my picks every single day are always going to be Underdog Fantasy picks. I think it's the best player prop betting app out there. With that being said, now let's get to today's picks. All right, baby, coming out with lock of the day. Let's get it. Yesterday, our lock of the day of DeAndre Ayton didn't quite smack for us, ending our hot streak. I think we'd hit 3 or 4 straight in a row. So give me today. We're going to go to that Milwaukee-Boston game. It's going to be a lot better game today, I anticipate. Give me the Greek Freak. Give me Giannis Antetokounmpo over 6.5 assists in the last 5 games without Chris Middleton in the starting lineup or on the floor at all in general. Giannis turns it up as a playmaker, averaging 7.2 assists per game without Chris Middleton on the lineup, looking at 5, 9, 7, 3, and 12 in that game 1 versus Boston. He simply passes the ball a lot more. I'm anticipating Boston is going to probably send a lot more at him this game. Last game, they low-key held him to a really bad shooting game and a really bad field goal percentage. He just didn't make the shots. This game, I'm sure he still took 25 shots, though, so they're still going to take a lot of pressure on Giannis, which means he's going to get a lot of kickouts, so wide-open shooters, and they're going to knock down their buckets. So give me Giannis Antetokounmpo over 6.5 assists today as our lock of the day. He was our lock of the day 2 days ago. Give me him as our second play today. Give me Bobby Portis. We're going to go on his points and rebounds in this one. Had 26 points and rebounds in that last matchup. Just barely hitting the over on both his rebounds and his points. So this time we're going to go with his points and rebounds. He scored the ball well in that last game as well as rebounded it well. Is on the floor for about 30 to 32 minutes a game, which I wish I was a little bit more for him, but I understand it at the end of the day why he's on the floor as long as he is. I'm just going to give it to him. He's consistent. He's been way consistent throughout this entire playoffs. Ever since he's been put back into the starting lineup for Chris Middleton, rebounds the ball aggressively. And honestly, when Giannis isn't on the floor, him and Drew Holiday are kind of being the number 2 and the number 1 scoring options when Giannis isn't on the floor. They like to put Giannis at the beginning of the quarter and at the end of the quarter, so that middle stretch, they keep Bobby Portis in the game, and they keep him in, and he's kind of turning into our best scoring option outside of Drew Holiday. So I'm liking the chances for Bobby Portis to be aggressive on the glass today again, as well as to getting a lot of buckets inside when he takes those post-hook shots, as well as getting wide-open threes when he sits in that corner with Giannis. So I'm liking Bobby Portis over 24.5 points and rebounds today. Next up, give me the man that's heated. He is so mad that he got that flagrant 2 last game and he got ejected. Give me Draymond Green's PRA. In just 17 minutes of play in that last game, he was already at 13 PRA. Yeah, he's going to crush his PRA today. He's going to come out with a vengeance. He's going to come out angry. He's going to rebound well. He's going to facilitate that offense. And he's going to get the occasional bucket. So I like the chances of his PRA being so low Like I said, he had 13 PRA in just 17 minutes. He was obviously going to crush his PRA line last game. So give me Draymond Green's PRA today versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Give it to me. Lock it in. Draymond Green, let's get it. I don't do rivals very often because every time I choose a guy, choose the opposite player in a rival, the guy that I didn't choose absolutely goes crazy. But today I like Brook Lopez and a Robert Williams rival today, points and rebounds. Give me Robert Williams Robert Williams over Brook Lopez on that points and rebounds rival. I just think Robert Lopez scores the ball a little bit better, as well as kind of rebounds the ball a lot more. Brook Lopez isn't honestly the greatest rebounder in the world. Obviously, he's got Giannis and Bobby Portis doing a lot of those rebounds. So I'd like the chances for Robert Williams to get way more points and rebounds than Brook Lopez today. This isn't an official play or anything. This is just something I'm going to kind of throw out at you guys. Also, one more I want to throw at you guys is the under on Ja Morant's points. I know you guys are like, under? What? Ja Morant hit 4 threes in that last game. He hit 4 threes in the entire Minnesota series. Yeah, he kind of went off that last game in a way that he probably shouldn't, and he won't again. 4 threes is a lot for Ja Morant. Take away 2 of those threes, he's sitting right about that close, or really close to that point line that I have him at right now. Jaren Jackson also had the game of his life. You got to think with Draymond Green back in the lineup, that won't happen. So just kind of some other lines I want to throw at you guys, though, real quick. All right, so that's going to lead us to our perfect 3-slip today. Gonna bounce back big from yesterday, so give me our lock of the day. Giannis Antetokounmpo over 6.5 assists, averaging 7.2 without Chris Middleton in his last 5 games. Give me Bobby Portis, Mr. Consistency, into this starting lineup. Aggressive on the glass, best scoring option when Giannis isn't on the floor. Give me Bobby Portis over 24.5 points and rebounds. And lastly, but most certainly not least, give me the over for Draymond Green, the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors today, and his PRA to go over 22.5. Lock it in as our perfect 3-slip. Let's get it. And with that being said, guys, it's going to wrap up today's video. Loving the plays today. Like these 2 matchups a lot better than I like the 2 matchups that we had yesterday. I think Boston versus Milwaukee is a fun series, as well as Minnesota versus the Golden State Warriors, a young Minnesota team that has a lot to prove versus the veteran Warriors team. These are, in my opinion, these are the 2 best watches of the semifinals for these conference semifinals. But with that being said, guys, that's going to end today's video. I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.